Today we're going over what I learned from reading Elon Musk's biography and what I believe are his 10 personality traits that made him become the richest man in the world. His first personality trait is that he questions authority constantly. He questions rules. He questions laws. He even sometimes goes as far as breaking those laws if he thinks that they are without purpose and stupid. His second personality trait is that he moves fast. So fast to the point where he breaks things. He believes in iteration, to keep making it, failing fast, and to learn from your mistakes. He famously did this at his Twitter takeover, where he fired, I believe, somewhere between 80 and 90% of the staff. He eliminates parts constantly in his rockets and in his Tesla vehicles, and he says if you do not have to add back at least 10% of parts, you've not removed enough parts. Elon's third personality trait is that he is a futurist. He is constantly thinking about the future. He loves sci-fi books, which gives him so many ideas. In fact, almost all of his companies come from his futurist mindset. He turns those ideas of what the future could be like into companies. His fourth trait is that he is okay with offending people. He has lost so many relationships throughout his career because he is not afraid to offend people, call people out when they're being stupid, and sometimes he's wrong, but he's okay with that. At the same time, you have to understand that you cannot do it by yourself. But that plays very much into his next trait, his fifth, which is that he knows he can't do it by himself, but he is incredibly demanding of his employees and the people that he works with. But you can't just set unobtainable timelines. And that is another thing that feeds into this fifth personality trait. Not only is he demanding, but he's actually often right about what's possible. Not always. He has famously said that FSD is 1 year away for something like 5 or 10 years, and finally we're getting it this June in Austin. But he is not always right, but he is often right about what is possible in a time frame. So if you're going to be incredibly demanding, make sure to be right most of the time. His sixth personality trait is he does what needs to be done even if he's depressed, even if he's tired, even if he is not feeling well. Famously, Elon Musk's company Tesla and SpaceX were both on the brink of bankruptcy at the same time. He was very depressed. He was not feeling well, yet he actually was sleeping on the Tesla factory floor in order to get the production lines effective and fast. He has said that starting companies is like chewing glass and staring into the abyss. So when your company's not doing well and you feel like crap, that is actually when you have to work the hardest, and that is when Elon Musk works the hardest. The seventh trait is that he thinks of everything on a first principles basis. First principles is a physics idea that basically means any idea, you have to break it down to its physics laws and principles. So if something just has some rule that says you can't do it, but the laws of physics says you can, Elon Musk ignores the rules and says this is possible. According to the laws of physics, we are going to do it. His eighth personality trait is that he somewhat disregards other people's well-being. He works hard even when he is not feeling well, and he expects that of other people as well. And he is, again, not afraid to offend them and ask more of them and be demanding. So this feeds into a bunch of different traits, but he does not believe in mental health wellness days. He believes in hard work all the time.
You just can't help it, that's okay.
Elon's ninth personality trait is that he believes in what he does. And this is super important because if you actually become the richest man in the world, people are going to hate you simply for the fact that you are rich, regardless of why you're rich, regardless of how much you've helped humanity by building these companies that is your net worth. They will hate you just because you have a large net worth. Lastly, Elon's 10th personality trait, and I think what truly made him become the richest man in the world, is that he lives at war. He is a fighter, and he views risk as fuel. When something is risky, when things are not going well, that is when he gets the most fired up. He gets the most fired up, and he thrives in chaos. Those are the moments when he shines the most. When things are looking down and he stands up and he fights and he gets through it. I believe that's what truly made him become the richest man in the world. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, wow, that is so intense. I am nothing like Elon. I could not do what he does. And believe me, I could not either, but I still want to become wealthy. Well, the amazing thing is you can invest in companies with founders like Elon Musk and not have to go through any of those things yourself. In fact, you can even help them succeed. A big issue and why it was so hard for Elon founding and running Tesla and SpaceX was they had major liquidity issues. Their stock was super shorted, and so it was very hard for them to raise funds. So when you invest in those companies, not only do you get the benefits of their success, but you actually get to help them through hardship. You get to vote and say, hey, I want this company to succeed. I'm going to add liquidity in the market for them if they need it to succeed, to raise more funds, to continue to progress, to build what they are building. That's just the beautiful thing about investing, and you don't have to, ruin relationships, sleep on factory floors. So that's the beauty of investing. If you want to learn more about investing, you are at the right channel. This channel is all about investing. So if you want more videos like this and deep dives into companies you can invest in, then stick around, hit like, and subscribe.